We are here with the crew, the Warframe devs, just a handful of them. There's many more behind the scenes.
Rebecca's little sister's here today.
Rebecca's little sister's here today. She's the young, fun one. She's a little cooler, but you know, she's here to run the dev stream. But yeah,
Cool.
Here we go. Hey guys.
Oh, what do you have?
Well, it is Friday the 13th, and our first question of the dev stream was basically, are you guys sure you should be, whoa, that was a weird whistle. Are you guys sure you should be streaming on Friday the 13th? So we're gonna let it fall into fate's hands if we should stream or not.
Oh yeah, here we go.
We had Chinese food for lunch, so.
Here we go.
All right, let's see.
So how do we, it says inside
if it's a bad fortune, you shouldn't be
So I'm
streaming.
leaving, basically.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Your perseverance will soon pay off in Warframe. You have to add in Warframe to the end of it.
Others see you as a wise person.
That is bullshit.
Family is more valuable than money.
In Warframe.
That's not really
In
a
Warframe.
fortune, though. In Warframe.
Yeah,
There we go.
It's okay to slow down and smell the roses
in Warframe.
in Warframe.
So applicable for today,
Yeah, that's
you
pretty
will
good.
see.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, and Scott A?
Something special will happen at home soon in Warframe.
All right, so it sounds like we're gonna have a good stream. If this is your first step, hey Eric, thanks for the art.
Yeah, it turned out amazing, didn't it?
So it's an axe, a jet-powered axe. Kind
Looks
of.
like it has some
think it's more of an
elaborate
hammer.
animation.
Yeah, it does have. It has a lot of.
I see a lot of
Different
arrows
states.
are
It does
showing the
this?
Yeah,
states.
Eric is very.
Yep.
Yeah, he's very.
He's particular
He's
about
very
how
particular.
you. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
All right.
It will work this way.
This design is really fantastic.
It turned out
That
really
looks
great.
cool.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's like the pre, so if this is your first dev stream, we do stuff like this. We actually made an agenda for the first time ever for a dev stream.
Someone's saying we lit the dojos, and we're doing it again. And the reason we're going to relight the dojos, as Cliff has been calling it,
Yeah.
as all his file names are relight.
Yeah,
Yep.
good.
The reason we're doing it is because we realized with a bit of work, we could give you control over the lighting colors and the volumetric lights. You can have a discotheque in your dojo. So even though we didn't get this done in time for the first pass,
Yep.
we have our second pass.
Our pass. Twitter.
Yeah, this was very insulting. So I thought this was absolutely incredible. This is actually a great example of GPU particles coming out is God of War. And I thought, well, this is awesome because we're doing GPU particles that are not going to be tied to an NVIDIA card this time. Like our physics particles are going to run great on an NVIDIA card, but also if you have an AMD card, you have a reasonably good DirectX 11 card, or if you have a console, a PS4, an Xbox One, an Xbox One X, these kind of really high detailed, high particle counts are going to finally come to all platforms on Warframe. So I'm very excited. What does Rebecca do? She compares the example to a glitter fart.
I'm a child.
So-
What do you expect from me?
So that was I thought that was
Yeah, that's
that was a little insulting. What can we say about this? Because you've been the UI team, of course, has been sweating the work, and we have some great graphic designers as well as great concept artists collaborating to try and nail down. We've been trying to redo the UI for Warframe for 2 years.
It's about 2 years. Yeah.
I've been saying we've got to redo this. We've got to redo this, and we just haven't been able to kind of catch up with the game and do it. But I think we're finally going to do it. And so the team has been working on new layouts. We're going to get rid of the horizontal scroll, which is will be much celebrated by vets, even though I think they're going to have to face a bit of change. They will be happy they won't be scrolling horizontally
This is your
anymore.
inventory screen scrolling vertically.
So these are examples of some really challenging screens that are really daunting in Warframe. And whenever I talk to anyone who has tried the game and bailed out really early, one of the common type of feedback is that they opened up the UI screen and it was like, oh wow, this is a spreadsheet. I'm not smart enough to play this game. Now that is totally fine. We want that depth and complexity, but it doesn't mean that the UI has to punch you in the face with complexity in order to accomplish that. There's ways of doing that. Progressively disclosing it, having things unlock as your mastery rank increases. So we really have this kind of really cool black and gold, Tenno Orican style design that's going to have new art style, new text style, and hopefully a much cleaner and easier to use layout.
This demo button with large text.
Oh, okay, sure. So this is Pablo experimenting with having a bit more responsiveness to the hover states. So of course with shaders you can do kind of cool stuff like that. is to actually this is really cool. This will make the bitter pill easier to swallow.
This is very cool.
Which is that you'll be able to theme
cool. Yeah, you can-
your UI the way you like it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So maybe you don't like the black and gold. Well, you'll be able to.
Maybe I like pink.
That's right. Maybe you like
Yeah.
pink. You'll be able
Nectar.
to pick your theme
Yeah.
for the UI. So, although you're going to have to be patient with us when we change the UI, that you're going to have more control over it. So it's going to be awesome. The other thing that we're going to be doing,
Which is used to touch one's head in style, could be looking great on Limbo or other. Look at this. Imagine that on. Yeah.
Basking.
Yeah. So we're going to take a look at some Tenogen
Okay.
rounds here. I'm actually going to go into free cam mode just because it's better to see. Yeah. What's wrong?
Yep.
Do you not want me to?
no, it's great. Let's do this.
Okay.
Yeah, this is-
So if you recognize
There will be
any,
a conversation about character lighting after the stream.
I'm not sure.
I'm only 12 years old. I don't know. I'm still learning. So
We're underselling our Tenogen.
So this is
Can we just? Yeah.
what? Using Cyanidana. It's like a dragon spike
I
Cyanidana.
know.
That is really cool.
Yes. So these are two of the many items we're adding this
You
week.
wouldn't be able to.
We
do
need
the
to have
10-hour
Warframe swimming because that would be amazing.
Isn't that
That's not a 10-hour stream costume.
that's sickening? Beautiful. And then we have a rhino style skin here.
Yep, that's
All
awesome.
Do you remember there was an old DE employee who had the Celica that kind of looked like that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was like-
Iridescent.
they've really pulled that off quite well.
yeah, totally.
are you talking about like a car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a chromatic car? That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Quality just keeps jumping up.
Of course, Nick's looking spectacular here with her beautiful style and a little.
Oh, it got a little ash in there.
You like
A
the,
little ponytail.
the-
Yeah, I
right?
can see that. Yep. Oh,
Yeah, it's a good look. And then
good look.
Mesa
Yeah, this is
looking
really cool.
stunning.
Whoa.
She's got like a
That's
18,
awesome.
great.
yeah,
Yeah.
super kick-ass hat.
that's a really great shape for the helmet.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And we have Cyanidana, which is gorgeous. We have our first Gara Tenogen piece,
Oh, nice.
which
cool.
is
I haven't seen this one.
It's super kick-ass. The shape is awesome.
Oh, the helmet's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the helmet
Oh,
is
yeah.
killer.
Yeah, it's
Okay, awesome.
fantastic. And then we have Mag, which has some placeholder. This is a full skin. I think they're still working on the effects for the helmet,
Okay,
but they have
okay.
some goodness there for all the Mag lovers.
Oh, the profile's great.
Imagine there's
Yeah.
a secondary light in here.
Imagine
What? How much would?
if you are working on this internally, do not listen to these jokers. Then we have a Polearm Skin, and this is just an Excalibur hanging out. I don't know if there's anything on him. I think he's just listed.
He's just hanging
You know,
out.
he just
He just wanted to be there.
deserves a
for-
little Excalibur.
We have two incredible
These are
skins from the
amazing.
same artist,
Yeah.
which I think it's they changed their names, so I get confused. But these are by the Graphical Walrus, I believe. And you have a Volt on the one side and a Loki on the other side with like a pseudo-infested.
Mental.
I have another amazing piece here of Chroma Grax. So we have some.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
yeah.
so good, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't pick a favorite from
Yeah.
all of these.
It's
They're so good.
ridiculous.
Oh, that's.
Yeah. And then a kick. Oh, another cape enters the picture. I hope we're all ready for this beauty.
All right.
That looks wicked.
Yeah, it's not rigged yet.
It hasn't been, the physics.
The
haven't
dynamics
applied
aren't
yet.
hooked up? Okay,
No.
cool.
Yeah, so-
And then we have some energy capes times 3.
Same with these guys, yeah.
Yeah, so these are all stiff right now because
Yep.
they're not rigged, but they're going to look super kick-ass. So stay tuned for more information about this round of Tenogen.
man.
And if you've seen something in the store that's not here, we'll be working with creators to just maybe fix up some last-minute things on other items. So stay tuned.
For the time being, but we
Yeah.
had to get ahead of Sheldon.
So what does Pets
So-
2.0 mean, though?
Well, it's just it's looking at taking all the loose parts and the different ways. I mean, we're looking at everything. We're looking at acquisition. There's a lot of dissonance, I think, from like, hey, I like dogs, and so because I like dogs, I'm gonna go kill a whole bunch of dogs, kill their nest, and take their egg. Like it's kind of
dogs lay eggs.
It's kind of like if you're a pet lover, it's not really. That doesn't really necessarily jive. So we're looking at unifying how you acquire them, looking at things like the concepts of the freezer and upkeep.
That you can only pet your dog 3 times a day for
Totally. So that's what I mean.
benefit.
It's kind of big, but from the MOA side of things, we have a really cool spec for how you're going to acquire them.
Do I have to go kill moas and
Yeah, totally, and get eggs, and then again, like I said, trying to look at the modding so that you can have something that can both have ranged capabilities
Right.
and be following you around and doing cool stuff like that. So
awesome.
those are tough.
This has just gone in, and this is part of the development for Venus.
Yep.
But we didn't want to show you Venus just yet, but we're pretty excited that we're adding more interactions, including more vehicular AI, as well as, hopefully if this works out, vehicle control for you guys as well.
Someone
So-
said, "Don't let the 12-year-old drive." I'm going for it. Yes.
All right.
That's cool.
I'm not stopping now.
So there's been a lot of effort to get vehicle physics working in Warframe. There's been a lot of effort to get road systems and road AI working in Warframe in the context of Venus. So we are going to continue to kind of, we added the skiffs and that sort of thing, but that's just kind of the beginning of adding new experiences and new ways to play Warframe. So.
That's a perfect way to end it.
Yep.
All right. Today, we'll decide scythes become heavy blades.
Yep.
So you essentially get rid of the scythe stance. So people are saying larger scythes. Scythes. So, whatever. So whatever word pronunciation you choose, but yeah, make them huge. So I see lots of yeses.
There is, yep.
But basically what that means is that stance will go away and be replaced by heavy blades. Essentially.
Yeah, that's the
I see lots
part
of
where I'm kind of hung up on. Yeah, it's the best thing to do with
With the stances.
the existing stances. Yeah, kind of is it best to
like when you see this
create a new category or still kind of support both? I'm not sure yet, but it works really well though with the weapon design and
Chat says, no!
liar.
And chat says, yes! So chat is as conflicted as you are.
See, no. yeah,
Finally,
so-
yes, no,
Yeah.
please.
Nope, yep,
Yeah.
nope, yep.
And we kind of talked last dev stream about our bigger goals for Melee, and then
Well, we kind of hummed and hawed.
just that we want to do something more with it. So
There is the longing, but not
there is
the
the longing.
answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it's a scientific method. You need a problem
exactly,
before
yeah.
you get a conclusion.
Yeah.
Internally, we've tried this. There's actually a prototype that does sort of work. The biggest issue, I guess, is from a gameplay side of what does that actually accomplish, and then from a technical / content side is you have all of these enemies built in the game to work with the AI, but not with the player control. So they're missing tons and tons and tons of animation to make them
Yeah.
responsive like a player is
Yep.
responsive. So internally we have a prototype where you can take over one of the corpus guys, but it's really kind of broken.
It's very broken.
It kind of works, but kind of doesn't. So from a content side, to make that systemic and make that kind of what I think players are expecting of that kind of system would be an absolute explosion of content from an animation side and from a development side. So I think we'd really have to have something that, from a gameplay side, really warranted that amount of investment.
Right.
And I'm just not sure we're there yet.
Makes sense.
So
We're going to show you regular Sanctuary Onslaught. It is now in the fiction of Samaris. So let's take a look at
And the
where
rewards are going to be,
Khora.
right.
Khora, that's how you
Khora
make
will be
Khora.
there.
Yep.
Focus. There's going to be a focus boon, which will be explained in context when I load in. If this
The thing is that this new mode, Samaris has, he's captured Khora in the Sanctuary, and for you to find her, you're going to have to experience this new game.
Yep.
So there's a lot of reasons for you guys to jump on this when it comes out
Yes.
next week.
Next week on PC.
I gotta get back
Yeah.
to work.
Yeah. Bye, Scott. Yes.
So actually, animation-wise and content-wise, there's still a lot of work in progress. So
Yeah.
it's not final
What
for
are we talking
Khora.
about? For Khora, yeah.
Oh,
Khora.
okay. Yep.
For Khora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about Khora when we get to it. Are we talking about Khora or are we talking about
Well, I was going to do
a
both at the
little
same
bit of
time.
both? Same time. All right.
Same time. So, however, I have done a little bit of Khora on controller, but we'll see how it goes. I might be better off.
Oh, we still got to work on that.
Yeah.
Yes. So, as you guys know,
Like that was no bueno.
Sorry, Daryl.
oh my god,
Programmer art.
yeah. So my dog's here.
Okay.
Why not what? Also add a cat to the picture. Bam! So I summon Venari, so that is my third ability. But we'll start with maybe my first ability, which is...
I think they called it Phase Lash.
Yes.
I have some awful names that I've been using.
Oh, don't say those
I'm not
names.
saying
Oh, that is
those
like
names.
a drunk
Yeah.
dev stream to ever hear those. So
But,
yeah.
Yeah, so I think this one's called Phase Lash, which is basically just a kind of straight up AoE whip attack. This was her, in the history of Khora, this was her swapping between abilities. That's gone away. This is just a straight AoE attack now, which is pretty strong. It uses melee mods.
Yep. And her second is called Ensnare right now, which
It's called Ensnare.
It's
I'm glad you know the names, because I don't.
I know them. So it's ensnaring enemies, as you can see.
Which is a progressive CC attack. So basically you can CC one target, and then it will slowly grab more targets as they get close, and they'll pull them together, which synergizes really well with her one. So, and they also receive bonus damage from her one. Yeah.
And Call Venari is...
Venari is bringing out your Kavat, and it has now the mode switching. So it basically is which mode do you want your Kavat in. So there's a more attack aggressive one, there's a defensive kind of disarm one, and then there's a healing Kavat that will go from the lowest health player to the lowest health player, kind of giving them a heal over time, licking their wounds. So depending on what kind of role you want Khora to fill with your team, you can kind of bounce around. In solo, it's great just to leave her in in attack mode.
For sure. So, and then her ultimate, which is the new, which is currently literally called the Strangle Dome. Bam!
That's a strangle dome.
Yeah.
Bam!
So it's kind of a dome attack.
Look at that ragdoll.
Look at that. Look at those.
So we're working on this a bit to
those
play,
physics.
play nice with the geometry.
Okay, all right.
So basically it creates the picture I actually have in the design doc is one of the kids' climber domes.
I can start to see it now.
Yeah,
So
see
if you
the-
do it in an open area, it kind of gives you this dome shape.
You can see it
And
here.
I have always thought those are very dangerous when I see them
Yeah.
on the playground.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
each point of the dome is kind of like its own CC point, so it will grab an enemy and pull them up and do damage over time, plus it'll allow you to do bonus damage, so it kind of holds them up and allows all players to damage them and
Yeah. So it's pulling them down right now
Welcome
due
to the
to
Terror
a...
Dome.
yeah. So
Yeah.
there's like I said, there's a little bit of issues with tight environments that we're working on.
Okay.
So that's gonna be worked out hopefully by the time we ship this.
Yes.
But it
See
does
dominatrix frame in
Oh,
chat, right?
yeah.
it does definitely try to
BDS.
conform to
So this is my score. Sorry. I'm just looking.
it does try to conform to the
Rank
environment.
C. Womp womp.
We'll try it again in this environment and see what happens. But basically, once you get it up, it grabs all the dudes. So right now it's having problems in corners, but... Oh, I might crash. Dean, go away. No, we're good, we're good. Pre-process. I just lost it. I think I have a script error, but we're good. Oh, yeah. So enemies get
You're
caught...
seeing the
in-
dev build in progress,
Yes.
folks. So,
and
One
enemies
week, this
that
is gonna
walk
be
past it
spectacular.
get caught in it. So you can also leave it as a choke point trap as well.
What was this?
That's a void stability node. So there's
Okay.
2 meters happening in this Sanctuary Onslaught.
Okay.
One of them is the actual timer until the portal appears. So you have
Okay.
2.5 minutes that you must survive in each wave.
You're very good at talking while you play at this point.
Yeah.
I'm actually impressed.
Yeah.
It's like you've had years of practice of doing
know.
it.
And you'll see my focus counter as well, right? So I wasn't super killing enemies, but and then it's obviously not working because I have no lenses on. But in the event that you are making it wave after wave, you get an increasingly large 45-second focus boon at the beginning of each wave. So you have
each portal cross is an automatic focus timer.
Yep.
And every portal you go over, the multiplier that we add to your focus, to your XP, is increased.
Okay.
correct.
So, and in hardcore mode, it's even higher increases to promote.
So what you're seeing is me having to kill enemies to make sure my void stability is high. I have to, in the first 45 seconds, try and kill as many as I want if I want to maximize my focus, which scales over wave.
Yep.
And I also need to outlast the timer. So A, I need to kill enough. B, I need to not die. And C, I need to...
And as the further you go into game mode, the more unstable the portal goes, the quicker you have to kill and the quicker
Yeah.
You have to keep up with the timer.
I'm feeling like you might be getting like a B.
Yeah.
Minus.
No, I don't think so.
This feeling's more better than a C.
Yeah,
No.
The last time was kind of weak.
I actually am kind of. I need to find an.
So is it true? Is there an S rank? Just because that would be awesome.
I'm actually a little worried. I'm not going to make it to the portal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm actually screwed.
You gotta look for some pickups.
I know. I don't. Oh, where are they? Are they static or in challenge mode? They are, right?
I don't know if we made them static and challenge.
I think I'm screwed. I don't know where. I don't want to.
They are randomly placed around the environment.
Oh, I think that's one right there. Nope, that's a trap.
Okay.
That's a trap.
I'm doomed. I didn't even make it to ring 2. I got to do this again.
Wow.
Oh,
Well, you were talking. So
Yeah,
Steve
you
was
were.
praising you about your ability to talk and play.
Yeah.
And it's
Right.
Probably
Right.
a little premature.
So, and you get a reward every 2 waves.
Currently,
So,
yep.
yes, currently.
Yep.
So basically, we'll do it piece by piece. First of all, if you're going for Khora, here's where you go. Second of all, there's the regular mode and the challenge mode. The challenge mode will be, you know, a little more difficult.
Can D even play this mode?
Yeah. We're going to hopefully ship something that we haven't even beat.
Okay.
is the idea.
Yeah.
And of course, the focus triggers at the first 45 seconds of the waves after wave 1. So if you're going in there for a focus boon, those first 45 seconds per wave are going to be your juicy time. And then there's the
Juicy
time.
Juicy time.
There's going to be other rewards within it as well, including spread throughout. This is not the only reward. Flower power here, because this is a level 80 enemy, or high level enemy that I can spatter with crits. And the more crits he gets, the more he gets covered in flowers. So he's having a bit of a time here.
And so really it's bringing the love back to Warframe.
Yeah.
You have a shotgun of peace.
Exactly.
Right? Flower power. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Okay.
he is currently having a bit of a time dealing with that, but maybe we can
All right.
see what happens with this. Maybe we'll give him some stars if that one. But either way, you can see the flower power is being dialed up here. So you know if you're running with someone, all your enemies suddenly have flowers all over them. They mean business. They've played enough Void Onslaught to get it, so they've earned their ridiculousness. And they're so, there you go. So he's looking pretty good.
Yep, he's pushing up daisies.
Exactly.
I read that from chat.
Wow, the puns are going to fly.
This is literally going to be this is my trademark mod. It's going to be like Tuxedo Mask. with
You
roses.
actually like this one a lot more than I expected.
Yeah.
Like your intent on showing this is great. That's great.
Very cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
Maybe it's cool. Maybe.
So in game.
Khora is, as you can see from Khora, she's been completely decoupled from IPS. It's damage,
Yes.
offensive, and healing.
We
now.
talked about this before, yeah.
But we still have questions about it. Zingrin wants to know if damage 2.5 and 3.0 is going to be a
Well,
thing.
it's not going to be 2.5 because 2.5 apparently was a terrible idea. So
Yeah. Hey,
we're not doing that. So if we're gonna touch damage, it's going to be a bigger, more radical rework, I think,
Yeah.
than just turn the knobs. It will be rip the knobs off and do something different.
yeah. Keyword if.
Rip the knob.
If it's definitely not a focus at the moment because we have a lot of irons in the fire, and yeah.
We'll see if this works, and if this doesn't work, we're trying to load in. It's suddenly crashing for whatever reason. Dev streams. Anything else, gentlemen?
Nope. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks,
And
thanks for
thank
playing.
you.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Hopefully next week you're going to get a really cool build.
And hopefully, oh yeah, that.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah, next week PC is the goal.
Yep.
Console build, we're working on it for Plague Star. What?
I gave the update on the Hydroid trailer, and now they're just asking about Zephyr.
Well,
Can't catch a break.
yeah, well, people want it for Zephyr.
You're close on that one too, aren't you?
We're close on that one too. Yep. Yep.
All right.
So
some
if,
Just
Ready.
catching up, you know? Spring cleaning.
Yep.
if you work at Digital Extremes, thank you for making
Yes.
Warframes.
Except
show-
for Michael Skyers, who needs to light the
do
character
not
level a
come
bit
after
better.
Skyers. I will.
He
Protect
made Khora, so we're going to forgive him.
Yes, Skyers. Don't worry about it. You're cool. It's fine.
He was right about the brightness a bit.
He was?
Your brightness was really cranked. I turned it down.
A bit.
Yep. But it was just a bit.
Yep.
So thank you to the
Semi-right.
Digital Extremes team for making all this possible. We are about 5 plus 1 with Dean over there that of a large team. Not massive by industry standards, but making Warframe possible. So thank you, Dee, and thank you to everyone who plays Warframe. We love you.
Cheers, guys.